What's up everybody? Welcome to Altknots. I have some brand new yarn. Well, some of it is brand new and other is new within the past couple of months from Premier Yarns. This is vivid neon, intense in your face type of color of yarn. So absolutely excited because I'm a huge fan of killer clowns from outer space. I was kind of hoping that these would be perfect in order to make some beanies. I have some patches. I'm gonna spin them all up on my knitting machine today. Hopefully they work. I've only seen them on their site and you know, sometimes the colors vary a little bit from on their site to in person. Hopefully not too much though, because I am freaking excited about these. Right on the top we have, this is their stuff that is brand new. It's called Sweet Roll in Vivid. This did not disappoint. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Jade, what is the name of this one? Neon Signs. So there's two different ones that I purchased. There are quite a few on their actual site. I want to open this up first and then we'll head over to their site, see what all of the names are. That's exactly what I was hoping it would be. So freaking bright. Oh, and it's soft too. The Sweet Roll is not a new concept on the Premier Yarn site, but these colors are 174 yards, 6.5 ounces, 100 grams, and it's 100% acrylic too. And it's not super fuzzy, so it's not gonna pill very easily. I've used sweet cake rolls before, or sweet rolls. I keep calling them sweet cake. Sweet rolls. I've used them before and I've used them on my knitting machine. This is definitely intense killer clown vibes. Go to their site for all the patterns. There isn't a pattern on the inside of the label. No, it suggests a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. You can machine wash it and tumble dry. Have I thrown it in the dryer? I'm pretty sure I have. I use them for beanies and mittens especially. So I'm not normally gonna do things that require me to hand wash them for like my day-to-day type of mittens. Next is the one that I was actually really excited for. This was called Glowworm. I love that they all have cutesy specific names too. It's not just like neon number 1, neon number 2. I always enjoy that when there's a little bit of extra effort. It's not necessary, but I mean, it brings me joy. So this is the one that I wanted because it has a little bit of darker colors in it. Yeah, that purple, I feel like is gonna be stunning. Not only worked up, but watching it on the knitting machine, it's gonna be mesmerizing. These are exactly the same line, same weight, 100 grams in each of these, and I got 2. 100 grams is more than enough to make a beanie on my knitting machine, and also I could make mittens with them if I decide that I really love it. But today we are gonna do beanies because I can never have enough beanies. Also gonna see if it glows under UV light because I have a strong suspicion that it totally is going to. It did come with a pamphlet. This is all of their fall type yarn, or not all, but obviously they chose their favorite, the Sophie yarn. I love the Sophie yarn for scarves and for cardigans. It's really soft and it's really, really light. I have a ton of that just for like day-to-day use. Premier Basic Multi. Serenity is perfect. It's nice and chunky, anti-pilling. When I am working up a pattern that I'm kind of just playing around, this is the type of yarn that I like to use. Spun color and chunky cotton. So those two are the only ones that I haven't used. And I know for a fact the spun colors, fall type of color, I mean, obviously you can tell it right here, but if you go on their site, they have a ton, pretty much all of them are exclusively fall colors. So it's like a full-on catalog. It has every single one that we talked about and rustic. Okay, I've never tried that one either. Rustic and all of those colors, yeah. That is fun. I don't think I've ever gotten a catalog like that. This is the best time of year. Make sure that I know all the fall yarn that's out there. The next one that I only ordered one of each, and this is not new yarn. So this has been out forever. This is their anti-pilling everyday worsted, but these 3 colors are relatively new. This one is called Bright Green, this one is Highlighter, and this one Bright Pink. If I had to guess, I would say 100% that these glow under UV light. I have my classic colors in the yarn dungeon. So I have a ton of black, gray, red, just normally hanging out. Like I already know I love this. Like new, wash after wash. It 100% is. I make cardigans out of this all the time. Ones that I want to wear every single day, or I want to wear out, or you know, just something that's gonna have a lot of wear and tear in them. This is the yarn that I go to. It's affordable and also it holds up really well. 180 yards, 3.5 ounces, 100 grams for each skein of yarn. 100% anti-pilling acrylic. Again, 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. It's suggesting there are an unlimited amount of patterns that are on there, and also a ton that are free. So if you're looking for things to use with this, they're all there already. They do that a lot with this line. Every once in a while, they'll add like 3 to 5 new colors, which I love. And I mean, obviously other people love it too, because they wouldn't keep adding onto the line unless everybody loved them. I love how this works up. Cardigan, 100% cardigan. I'm thinking granny squares, maybe just an easy half double crochet with all of 3 of these colors. And then I have a ton of the anti-pilling in black. Like I said, it's just kind of my staple, my go-to. So I'll do a border around that. And all of them worked up together are gonna give total killer clown vibes. Last one is this bright pink, which is super intense, not even really picking up the intensity of the color. It looks like it's glowing or shimmering. It's not, I promise you, it's not. It's just that bright of a pink. It's great if you're just getting into crochet because you're not gonna have to fight with it. It doesn't split easily and it just kind of works with you. And also on the knitting machine, it definitely does flow rather easily. So if you're wanting to make a ton of beanies all in one sitting, maybe you'd like to make them for holidays and things like that, or you're just like me and you like to prep for the winter season, this is definitely a good brand of yarn to have on hand. If you go to their site right now, it is covered in fall everything. Some of the other new yarn that I've never tried, big, chunky, super soft yarn, they have that exact pattern. Well, it just switched, but that exact pumpkin pattern is for free. I saw that on there a couple of days ago. Then it keeps rolling. Okay, Sweet Vivid, that's the one that I got today. Let's click on that, see if they have other patterns. They have 8 different colors in the Sweet Vivid rolls, and they also do show the gradient worked up, which I really, really love that when yarn companies do that, because it's one thing to see it all caked up, it's another thing to see it worked out entirely. Like, how thick is the gradient? You know, is it gonna be super stripy? Is it gonna be color pooling? I just love the extra touch of it. Right underneath that is discovering all the fall patterns. Don't forget to check that out. There are so many amazing patterns there. Oh, here's one with the neon yarn. This looks amazing. It's a granny stitch blanket. That looks cozy AF. I would totally work that up. Obviously, probably do a little bit bigger, but if you wanted to work up a really quick pattern, this is a cardigan that I've had on my list for quite a while. I've just never gotten around to that. Hello, cozy. Does that not just look like I want to wrap myself in this, chill, watch some horror movies, or maybe go apple picking, get some pumpkins? Like, that's the total vibes this is bringing. And this, with this color, I'm totally here for that. This is another one that is also on my list. Super cute, very beginner friendly type of ghost. And then obviously they have the yarn color correlating to what it is in order to make the pattern. So you can just click on it, download the pattern, and then get the yarn that you need in order to create it. All right, which one should we start with first? I think I want to do one of these vivid rolls. I just think it's gonna look amazing worked up. Let's do this one because this was the main reason that I actually went to their site and placed an order. So let's do this one first. When I do my beanies, normally I do 90 rows. It ends up being a little bit slouchy, but not a ton slouchy. Just a loose fit beanie. However, because I just had this tiny bit left, like if I were to do it again, I would do 110 rows. That way it would pretty much take care of all of this. Not that I want to like use it up, but I mean, this is not enough to make a headband, not enough to make a beanie. I can put together other scrap yarn and make a scarf, which would kind of be cool because I mean, like if you see the color that it created, yeah, this would be actually, maybe I'll do that with all the rest of these. So since I've already done this one, I'm gonna continue with the 90 rows, but in the future, I'm gonna write it down on my little book for the yarn to use in the adding machine, 110 rows, and then it would just use all of the yarn. I am not sure what happened, but these are not adult size beanies. In fairness, I can wear this, yes, but I wanted it to be a little slouchy. This is like suction to my head. I'm not even gonna put it on because it's like comes up to here. So unfortunately, these are not gonna be mine, or fortunately, however you wanna look at it, now I have gifts so I can pack them away for the holiday season, give them to somebody else. So they're not gonna be wasted. I just was not expecting it. I don't know if it's just, it doesn't stretch as much as my other ones. I'm loving the color. Like this gradient that it brought out, it's gorgeous. So is the other one, but not the size that I was expecting. I'm not gonna put the patches on these. I'm gonna wait till the other colors and see what those look like. I'm not gonna put it on, but just to show you, all of these obviously do still glow. This is Neon Lights, and then the Glowworm, still same vibes, glows really nicely. It just has a little bit of dark yarn at the top of it. 130 rows for this. I don't want to use just one color of this because I would normally do beanies that have this with a little bit of black, or like this would just be the brim, so a pop of color and the rest of the hat would be black. I have one of my anti-pilling bobbins. It's not super practical to use on the adding machine. I mean, obviously it's designed for, everyday use. It says that right on the top here. I have a ton of these, and because they stack really well, like I said, they're super fun to display and decorate with. So this is actually 3 different starting points in here, but normally I end up just popping this top off. See if it rolls off and unwinds nicely and works with me instead of against me. This fit is much better. That is the slouchy type that is going for, like, I still want it to be form fitting because it gets cold. So I want the hat to keep my ears warm. But let's see if it, oh yeah, it glows. Oh, heck yes. Also, welcome to my UV closet where I test out yarn. I have so many other lights in the room. I don't know why I always go to the closet. Probably because there's all this other squishy stuff in here too. That one is like glowing like crazy. But this is, you work out or you run or something outside when it gets a little bit dark out, definitely snag some of this. I bet you that highlighter one is gonna be ridiculous. Okay, let's do that one next. I mean, yeah, I knew it was gonna glow like crazy and it's ridiculous. I have some of the fibers all over my sweater too. I'm assuming the pink is gonna do the same thing. It's gonna be very hard to beat either of these. So far, still the slimy green one is my favorite. This one is, it just says, hello, beware of me, I'm here, highlighter yellow. That's it, that's all I have. The only criteria was which one of these yarn gives the best killer clown vibes. This 100%. I now may actually change my mind from the slime green to this and want an entire cardigan's worth of this plus the Premier Black. Like, I'm just loving the combo of this. I think that's really what's drawing me in, and the fact that it glows. I can't have enough glow in the dark yarn, so literally all 3 of these are totally winners. I will be ordering more. Now it is time for you to let me know in the comments, what would you like to see this worked up into in the future, because I was gonna work this all up into a scarf, like a big chunky scarf, but since I used black with this, obviously I have a ton of this left. I only did 80 rows with each one of them instead of 90 like the other hat. This would just be a huge scarf if I put all of this together. So I'm thinking it needs to turn into something different. Honestly, the granny square blanket that we saw on Premier's site would be really, really cool, and it would work up really quickly because it probably uses either 5.5 to a 6.5. You could easily bump it up to a 6.5. And the thing about granny square blankets is that you can do it as you're watching TV or chit-chatting for the like, it's a good evening project. For today though, that is it. So thank you for hanging out with me, checking out this brand new yarn from Premier Yarn, Sweet Roll Vivid. If you did love it, don't forget to thumbs up this video. I love doing these types of videos, spinning up yarn to see the entire gradient. It's one of my favorite things to do. So if you loved it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel as well. Join the Ghoul Squad. Otherwise, that is it for today. So have a fantastically spooky rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.